I moved to Guyana when I was 13 years old. It wasn't a walk in the park. I was not just on the road, but hustling. I had to fend for myself.
Please come up to the table.
Getting a daily bread, put things on the table, working. Then accident came and just everything changed for me.
All right, let's finish the competition.
At that time, I was a total break, bro. I look at it and it's like, yo, look what you have made of yourself. I don't know if it's destiny's mistake, but never thought they had all that power in it. Up to now, I don't even know my limits. Trust me, it's determination, bro. Mind over matter. Gotta keep pushing. Don't ever give up, buddy. God, I could have said it is what it is and say, here's what, I give up. I choose a different path, bro. Take me back to when I was a stevedore. I was 19 at that time. I was a very hard, disciplined worker, hardcore, I must say. And on August 29, 2013, I was cutting tonsack, doing a container stuffing, and one of the tonsack fell on me. I suffered dislocated pelvis and a fractured scapula. Hospitalized for 2.5, almost 3 months. My doctor, he told me it's a 50 chance I could be walking, a 50 chance not. I was a bit, what we could say, broken. Every time I talk about it, I just reflect where I came from. Get a bit emotional. Being in such a position on a hospital bed, my brother, you don't have your mom next to you, you don't have your father next to you, you don't know him, and you have to fend for yourself. It teaches you a lot, bro. Who's there for you, who's not. If it wasn't for my sister, I wouldn't be here. She's like, yo, you've been through more wars than this. Don't let things break you. You either use it as fuel or you're just gonna crash. You're just gonna crash. With the help of quite a few people, I was able to get back on my 2 feet. Within 2 weeks, my hip was already, let's say, closing in. But my doctor was like, yo, don't rush it, because this area is still tender. Sometimes it's like tender, I gotta get things done. My main aim was to go to the gym, just to develop what is being broken and so forth.
Get in line, man.
Come on, let's go.
Within the 2-3 weeks, my body started changing, started adapting, which I already had a natural structure due to my stevedoring background. So I get on to Randolph Morgan. At that time, he was 5-time Caribbean champion, top powerlifter for the country. I made contact with Morgan. Morgan reached out to me and said, okay, you're the guy who wanted to get onto me. You think you have what it takes? He's like, yeah. He's like, you sure? All right. How about the gym? I was just a normal rookie coming into the game. My first 2 weeks was quite a bit painful. My very first time picking up 500 pounds, my hand torn. What Morgan did, he just pack it with chalk and said, yo, get your butt in there. You gotta pull that. I was like, wow. Everybody in the gym, senior athletes, was like, yo, Morgan, you're gonna kill that dude. I was like, he's not gonna die. Morgan taught me quite a few stuff when it comes to powerlifting, and did my first novices powerlifting in 2016. From since then, I started just climbing slowly, not just setting records locally, but also internationally. I just keep evolving. 2019, I've qualified for my first Worlds, and COVID came. I was like, damn. 2021, qualified myself again for Worlds, but the Schengen visa, that was a big issue. I was like, damn. It's not a walk in the park, I must say that. So it's like, yo, that's not the end of the road. I continue training hard as ever. And how I qualified for 2023 Worlds was New Zealand Commonwealth Powerlifting Championship. Qualified myself for the Worlds as a guest. Just punched my ticket. I was like, yo, I made it, but you haven't made it yet. You gotta make yourself on the stage now.
Carlos Petterson-Grifith,
I'm the lone Guyanese there.
representing Guyana.
Everywhere I go, I have a flag in the back.
Hitting the card. Right, it all the way up.
It's a long way up. Closes in on a big total. Let's see how 355 moves. It's bold, but sometimes fortune favors the bold.
Seems to lock it out.
Look at the expression on his face.
Three white
light.
And finishing 6th.
Listen, it's a statement to the top nominated lifters in Group A.
I saw the top 5, I was like, yo, don't slip. I'm coming. There's a new kid on the block.
So I think this does get him extremely near being invited to Sheffield in the South America region.
When they say, yo, you qualified for Sheffield, I said, no way. He's like, yo, you qualified for Sheffield. And it was quite a moment, not just for myself, but for my country. It's like, yo, Carlos made it to the top, boy. He's repping. So when I said that mark there, a lot of my countrymen, they was like, yo, Carlos, you did it. You've reached that pinnacle now. All you got to do is just keep improving, keep going. And that's what I'm doing. Set that platform, set that stage, set that pinnacle. So any other athlete, any other youngster, especially here in Guyana, and even in the whole of South America, could break through and say, here's what, Carlos has given us the opportunity to perform beyond levels. Say, yo, I want to beat Carlos. I want to push beyond him. But again, becoming one of the best is not a walk in the park. I have to give that respect to them who have set the stage. You have Jonathan Kaiko, Gavin Aiden, Gustavo. But I'll say this, yes, I'm fresh on the block. That doesn't mean that I'm a walk in the park. Please, bring your A game, stay to your A game, because I'm still learning. You guys already see what I'm capable of. It's just the beginning for me. Don't say that I'm not coming. The pie is already being baked. I need my piece. That's all.